Hi everyone, it's RAXX. For those that usually watch my channel, a lot of you know me as a Diablo player, but you may be surprised to know that I have far more hours actually in World of Warcraft. I played all throughout Classic and in the Burning Crusade and in Wrath of the Lich King. So now that they are releasing the new raids, of course we have to go in there and try them. I normally play for a lovely guild called Obliterate on Whitemane. Shout out to them. I'm really enjoying playing with them. But this week, for the first release, we are playing with a GDKP, which is just a bunch of people get together and try to kill the bosses. And we got all the way to the final boss. And when we got here, we got the world #1 parse for LA Shamans. So let me walk you through and show you how I did this. This fight is all about my mana. As you see, I'm about to drink a mana potion already. I'm going to use mana potions and dark runes throughout the entire fight, pretty much the second they're off cooldown at specific times, to try to allow me to blast as hard as I can, because I don't have a Shadow Priest in my group. So it's up to me and me only to keep my mana up. Now, what I would love to do all the time is just spray chain lightnings everywhere. They deal massive damage, and that's the way that, well, I can get the most out of my Shaman. But I absolutely cannot sit there and just cast them whenever I want. I'm going to have to manage that very carefully. I'm going to have to manage when I recall my totems, when I place them. I need to refresh my water shield the second it falls off. We need to time everything perfectly to try to do this the right way. So we have the fire elemental spawning. So this is the final boss of this phase. This is Illidan. So these fire elementals were giving us a lot of trouble. See these blue beams coming down? Believe it or not, I was actually main tank of a guild for a long time as well, so I actually know it's not quite as easy as it looks to have a gigantic fire elemental in your face and see where these blue beams are coming. They gave us a little bit of trouble in this raid, but luckily that one was no problem at all, and we are here blasting these down. Now, the main test that's going to come next phase is when he comes out, we need to burst him down to 30% as quickly as possible. That means in that little window when Bloodlust is up, I am going to do my optimal rotation as hard as I possibly can, even if it costs me my entire mana bar. And it's pretty much going to do that. In fact, with how low my mana is right now, I'm in huge trouble, and I know it's not going to work out for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw lightning bolts. I'm going to forego some chain lightnings here, and I'm going to drink another mana potion and another dark rune to try to have as much mana as possible to inject it into Illidan into the next phase. It's really, really critical that we burst him down in this very short window in order to really improve our odds of killing him and just get a better time. So we got one of our fallen comrades on the ground. We will get him up after the fire elemental dies. It's about to die. I've got about 70% mana. Luckily, there's a little bit of time in between the waves. This is actually good for me. I can stand still and regenerate a little bit of mana. I'm going to need it. All right, here we go. It's go time. When he spawns, must get him to 30%. Everybody's got a bloodlust. Everyone needs to pump as hard as possible. I'm going in with 60% mana. Honestly, not ideal. I wish I had way more, but doesn't matter. Bloodlust, go. Starts at 65. So here, every time Chain Lightning is up, it's going out, even if it takes me to 0 mana. And it took us a couple of attempts. We got this far before, but we never quite had enough to get him to 30 right before he transitions, and he always ended up, one-shotting 5 people in our raid the second that he did that, which ultimately led to our demise. Already at 30% mana, almost completely don't care. Going as hard as I can. Must get him to 30, and then it will be a win. Even if I'm out of mana, I think everybody else can win. One time for the one time. 36. As our boss mods warn us, he's about to transition. Stage 4 soon. Please, one time. One time? Yes. With 14% mana left. Now here, in hindsight, I'm sitting here trying to calculate, all right, I have to refresh my totems, I have to cast Water Shield, I have to drink a mana potion, and I have to drink a Dark Rune. I was wondering if I could get away with sneaking in a Destruction Potion, and looking back at the footage here, I probably could have. I probably could have saved myself one Super Mana Potion and gotten a little bit more DPS out. But there's the first global. It's the Water Shield. There are my totems. There's that. There's the Dark Rune. And we go back to blasting. The last trick to this fight is, see our little friend with the little star over there? Kind of running around aimlessly? She's going to lay a trap somewhere. And the tank needs to run to that trap and place Illidan on top of it. Once Illidan's on top of it, he's going to take massive damage. And then that's going to be game over. So we see that the trap actually spawned behind me. So you're going to see the tank run on over there and deposit Illidan into the little trap, and we are going to succeed gloriously. Now, if you're wondering what dropped, we got the attack power ring, and we got the memento trinket. No glaives, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the first WoW video I've ever made, so it was cool to get #1 in the world in DPS for Shamans. You guys like this video? Let me know. If you'd like to see more, I'll certainly put it out there. Shout out to Obliterate and shout out to Kess GDKP. Had a blast in this raid and got 'em, boys.